Good morning. So glad you could join us for devotional this morning. It's Memorial Day. It's what a wonderful day in our country, celebrating our veterans who paid the ultimate price. We're so grateful for their sacrifice. This morning I happened to be reading in the book of Exodus, and it's a great scene. Moses is up on the mountain, and he's meeting God up on Mount Sinai, and this is the scripture I was reading. When Moses went up on the mountain, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord settled on Mount Sinai. For 6 days the cloud covered the mountain, and on the seventh day the Lord called to Moses from within the cloud. To the Israelites, the glory of the Lord looked like a consuming fire on top of the mountain. Then Moses entered the cloud as he went up on the mountain, and he stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. And then God sent Moses down to the Israelites to tell them all that he had given Moses the instruction, and he says this: "Then have them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them. Make this tabernacle and all of its furnishings exactly like the pattern I will show you." It's amazing. God comes down. He lives in this tabernacle, and he's not a God so far away. He's a God that dwells within them in this tabernacle, and he tells them to make this tabernacle so that they can pick it up and they can move it wherever they go. It was God's home, God's dwelling, and it would travel with them. God's intention all along has always been to dwell with his people. And we know in the Gospel of John, the very first chapter, with Jesus' coming down and the way John tells that, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth." And we know that this was God's incarnate Son, God himself coming to live with us, to show us the way and the truth and the life through his Son Jesus. And isn't it amazing the way Scripture ends? In Revelation chapter 21, hear the words of John the Revelator. "And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Behold, the dwelling place of God is with mankind. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God.'" So from beginning to end, from the earliest scripture to the last, it's all about God coming to earth and dwelling with us. Heaven coming down, and no matter what we experience, we may be experiencing ups and downs and wherever we've been and wherever we are, no matter what, you and I, we can have the glory of God dwelling with us if we just stay in communion with him, by entering communion with him in prayer, in worship, and in just carrying him with us every day, talking with him, the casual conversations, the conversations that we have in depth with him, just being with him and dwelling with him every day. We can have the glory of God with us. Heaven came down, and glory filled that tabernacle. Heaven came down, and the glory of Jesus Christ, full of grace and truth. And in the very end, we are reminded that God's dwelling place is with us. It reminds me of an old hymn that we used to sing when I was younger. "Heaven came down, and glory filled my soul." What a great passage for us today, just to know that our God, the God that loves us so much, is a God who dwells with us always. And we have the glory of heaven right with us wherever we go. I hope you guys have a great day today. Thanks for tuning in to this devotional. God bless you. Let's be safe. Take care.